Hey guys, today for our social emotional lesson, we're going to be talking about feeling worried or anxious. And so, if you look back at our slide about the different zones, when you're feeling worried or anxious, that's when you're in the yellow zone. So sometimes when you're feeling anxious, at least I know when I'm feeling anxious, it's kind of like I feel a little bit sick to my stomach. It's almost like I constantly have butterflies and my heart starts to race a little bit. My palms get a little bit numb or sweaty. So those are just some signs that you might be feeling more worried or anxious in that yellow zone. So today we're going to talk about a really helpful way to help us deal with our worries or our anxious thoughts. And that is the worry jar. So I've included a picture of this next to the video. So placing our thoughts into a jar, whether that's an actual jar, a jar on a piece of paper, or just a mental jar, is just a really helpful way to help get those anxious thoughts off of our mind. That's why I personally really do like an actual paper jar that you can write those worrying thoughts down on, because it takes them out of your head and puts them onto paper, so that it's off your mind, at least for just a little bit of time. And what you should do is, if you have a worry jar, is you put those anxious thoughts down and you put them off to the side, and you only look at them at one time during the day. So that way they're not taking over your thoughts throughout the whole day. You set aside a specific time to go back and look at those thoughts that make you worry. So I wrote down some things that sometimes make me worry, and that includes getting all of my work done as a teacher, or sometimes I also have classes that I take as a teacher. I worry about how are my friends doing right now, because I don't get to see them in person like I normally do. I have different paperwork as a teacher or just as an adult that sometimes I have to complete, and sometimes that can feel a little bit overwhelming and worrying at times. Along with my list of house chores that seems to never end, that can definitely cause me some anxiety and worry at times, as well as scheduling all of my meetings and different appointments that I have throughout the year. Sometimes that can be worrying as well. But as I said, it's helpful to write those down, because then it helps to get them off of my mind. And we want to pick one time during the day, and only one, we're allowed to go back to our jar and worry about these thoughts. So I put 3 p.m. So I just like to pick a time during the afternoon where I can really sit down and look at, okay, what do I need to get done? Maybe cross off some of those things that are on my to-do list that make me worry after I have done my work for the day, but also before my evening, so that way my evening is free and I don't have those worrying thoughts. I've included a slide after this video for you to list down some things that maybe make you worry, so you can make your own worry jar, and help to get some of those things off of your mind. Because as we've talked about, writing things down is a great strategy to use when we're feeling overwhelmed or anxious. All right, can't wait to see you guys soon. Bye, guys.